And we are back with more Bloodborne. Last time we left off, well, we are back at the end of the game again. We still need to fight the last boss, the Wet Nurse, or the last boss that we fought in our first playthrough. And then we have the umbilical cords we need to get the third unlockable ending. But before that, we still need to get the last of the chalice, well, the Preset Chalice Dungeon, so the last chalice to create a chalice dungeon to begin with. And to do that, we need living string. And we ended last time kind of being a bit confused on where to get it, but I looked up a bit more to kind of like figure it out because we were just kind of hitting our head against the wall at the very end of last session. And I think I know where to go get it now. Including, turns out, it sounds like they're basically my little space emote. That is basically something that I should do around the thing. Well, that reminds me, it's like, supposedly I should be doing that to get a rune, but we have not equipped the better moon sigil here. There we go. Okay, I think that's all good there. Oh yeah, we didn't see what the, ooh, stamina recovery speed up. Yeah, this is probably a better one, so let's equip the Hunter Sigil. A stamina speed is always more than welcome. Alright. Assuming I remember things correctly. Alright, where we need to go to Murgo's Loft base. Yeah, it sounds like there's a different elevator that goes down into the abyss that we drop that giant thing into, and it's through that elevator is how we get to it, which will give us a living string, which will allow us to get access to the final Chalice Dungeon. I am trying to remember if I need to kill it or not. Maybe, but I know I'm supposed to communicate with it first, though. Again, not for the actual string itself, but for supposedly a glyph, and what I'm hoping is like maybe some like lore stuff. Okay, let's put these guys out of their misery. As we do not trust them behind our back. Oh yeah, I forgot there's quite a few of them. Might be able to. Yeah, supposedly it should be down here somewhere. Let us hope that I am not horribly mistaken. Again, the difficulty of looking up how to do stuff while trying to avoid as many spoilers as possible. You only get kind of like vague hints and directions. Okay. Yeah, so there should be... Grab this. Admin's knowledge. Ah, there we go. I don't know how I didn't notice this elevator before, but maybe it only spawned after we hit that other thing. The lever that dropped the giant meatball to begin with. So, into the dark depths we go. Okay, so it's a two-way elevator. I guess we're here. Yeah, at least the elevator, like, stays illuminated. Okay, I think this is our meatball. Let us make contact. And then we have to give it the full time to, like, move our arms. Oh, it has like claw hands. Interesting. I wonder if it's going to talk to us after we actually make contact. Any moment now. Weird suckling mouth kind of disturbs me a bit. Eh? Eh? I know it changes, we've done this before. But I forgot that it takes this long. Oh, okay. So it's Moon again. Okay, so it doesn't like try to suck us in. Ooh. The eyes follow us. The many, many eyes follow us. I mean, it kind of almost looks like a really big version of like one of those baby things, maybe. But I guess you could also interpret it as being one of the singing creatures. I mean, 2 arms, kind of a shriveled leg. But okay, poor creature, you're kind of in the dark. I'll put you out of your misery. I'll try not to poke one of your many eyes. Oh, okay. You are quite healthy. I'm sorry this isn't quick. I thought it would be quick. Hang in there. I'll end your suffering eventually. As someone that doesn't like NPC creatures that aren't like doesn't like attacking someone that didn't deserve it, whatnot, like I feel bad about this. It's like putting a creature, like a wildlife creature that's like in pain out of its misery. It's just like, I don't want to do this, but it's for the best, because otherwise it's leaving him to die a much more horrible fate. There we go. Living string. Ah, quite a bit of blood fall there. But alright, back up we go. I'm also trying to think exactly like what that portends in terms of obtaining the last chalice. Although thinking about it, man, I really hope this last chalice dungeon does not have the singing eye creatures that cause the frenzy status effect. But I get the vibe that it might. Which will be, quite a thing. But okay, let's go back to the dream. Here we are, elevator. Alright, well that's writing itself out. Let's actually look at the description for it. Oh, actually, wait, let's not sit on the switch. Okay, so it should be considered an ingredient. Here we go. Living string. Special material used in a holy chalice ritual. The immense brain that Mensis retrieved from the nightmare was indeed lined with eyes on the inside, but they were of an evil sort, and the brain itself was terribly rotten. But even still, it was a legitimate great one, and left the relic. A living relic, which is a precious thing indeed. Oh, a living relic at that, which is a precious thing indeed. Okay. So it was a legitimate great one. It was lined with eyes on the inside, which does, as per my speculation in the last video's description, does invoke memories of the umbilical cords, because the whole thing of like... Yeah, Provost Willem sought the Great One, or sought the cord in order to elevate his being and thoughts to those of a Great One by aligning his brain with eyes. So, with that giant thing that we killed just now... They said it was a legitimate Great One, but was it someone that, like, ascended to Great Oneness? And by us using the umbilical cords, are we trying to become a Great One? Are we going to forge our own dream? Is that where this is going? I wonder. Now think about it, man. It'd be really nice if this last Chalice Dungeon actually has the final weapon upgradable materials that we can kind of get. I'd be more than happy with that. Okay, we can't level up with this amount.
Welcome. What is it?
I just want to see if she had anything to say about us killing that weird thing.
Good hunter.
But she does not.
Farewell, good hunter. May you...
It's okay. I guess let's just repair the tiny bit of damage on our weapons. Okay. So, there's great hits. Okay, this is a lower Pthumerian one, so let's remove this one. Okay, we're gonna need blood, we're gonna need... Oh, we already have all the ingredients ready, okay. I thought arcane haste would be necessary, but I forgot that we obtained more than enough last time. And let me just double check the list here to make sure that this is actually the thing we want to create. Great Pthumeru Ihyll, yep. Shared fixed dungeon, yep. Alright, here we go. Number 10 of 10. Conduct ritual. Alright. And then... I guess invest the rest into... maybe like one of these... There we are. Keep the numbers balanced. Oh yeah, and let's real quick double check that newest moon sigil we got to see if it's any better or weaker than the... Oh yeah, it is. It's like super glowing now. Okay. The Great Ones that inhabit the nightmare are sympathetic in spirit and often answer when called upon. A transcription of Moon as spoken by the Great Ones inhabiting the nightmare. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we still never got better than I. Still not got better than the Great Deep Sea. Okay. And that's always one of those things to remember, that like how quickly we get stuff like Frenzy and whatnot, but we have like 100 resistance to everything, so it's... Man, imagine if we didn't have that. Alright, Pthumeru Ihyll. Number 10. Or number 1, depending on if you're counting down or up. Yeah, but I'm very curious what's going to be in here. Like I said, originally, my Soulsborne friend, I think, basically, he's pushed me to do this one because there should be a unique boss to just this chalice. But I'm kind of curious what the other bosses along the way will be. Like what the general theme will be. Because the Pthumerian chalices so far have been pretty... more general. I mean, we do tend to have the, oh, let's light that up. We do tend to have the vampire dudes, which are like, you know, Pthumerian descendants. But beyond that, though, some of the stuff we've fought in has been pretty... Or, I don't know. It feels a bit all over the place. Pigs, undead giants... I think the first time we fought Fire Dog was even in one of these, like, the Pthumerian chalices. Wait. Yeah, there we go. Didn't think he was gonna stay dead. Or lying down. I do wonder, now that we already have all the chalices unlocked, is there actually any point in doing these side paths, given that they tend to just give more chalice ingredients? So, getting used to things. It's like first playthrough of the day in terms of like Every time when you take a break from the game and come back, it's just like, how do I play? Okay, not a secret. I feel like opening that door and that guy coming at me is a bit slow on the reaction time, but didn't take any damage, but still felt slow. Ooh. I see you with a gun. Okay, Quicksilver bullets. That feels like a trap. I want to say how strange, and there's a trap right there. But yeah, this seems to be more of an exit room than anything else. So far, nothing too horrifying. Throwing knife. I mean, I say that even though we haven't really entered the chalice floors proper even yet. Okay. Trap. There's a switch for it. Okay, no spiders drop down from above. Actually, I don't know if those were a trap, because I don't see a proper... Oh, there it is. Yeah. Looks like half buried in the collision, which, I guess I should say the geography, because the collision basically, not really. It let me actually touch it. And still, how devious. Okay. I hear something stomping around. There we go. Let this guy out. Okay. Just normal dudes, it looks like. Okay, let's destroy these. Oh, we got some drops. Oh no, I just realized if we're dealing with the Guardians being big dudes, when we're gonna have to fight one of those like naked slippery dudes again. I did not enjoy the other one we fought before. It's so big and yet it moves so quickly when we fought it before. Come on, aim your gun. Miscalculated in that charge strike actually taking him down, but thankfully my hit came through. Or I took the hit. Okay, yeah, just more ritual blood, so... I do wonder if it's worth it actually going through these side paths at all anymore. Wait, there was no exit on the other side, right? Okay, good. Okay. I think that's it for the side path. Although I guess for completion's sake we should do the side path. So like, again, why do like 95% of a marathon and skip out on 5% of it? It's like, if it was a race it'd be one thing, which marathons aren't always a race, it's more about actually getting it done. But okay. Floor 1 proper. don't even know where I took that first damage I got. Okay. Big guy in the center. Alright, fire dude's over there. This kind of makes me feel like, bust out the beast cutter, which we should really upgrade that to 10. I didn't even realize he was technically facing me. Ouch. There we go. Ritual blood. Oh wait, actually, swap this out for the Rockio. There we go. Should probably be a bit more careful about switch traps, given there's quite a few just in that side path, and again, I'm kind of considering whenever we're on Chalice Dungeon 10 of 10. I think that might prove my theory correct with double traps. Whew. That new bit of a connecting piece, which is why I'm a bit suspicious. Oh, one of these rooms again. Oh, okay. I hear whatever that is, which is sometimes crazy, lady. But it might not be. Impaled with blades, interestingly enough. Only twin bloodstone shards. Pull them one at a time here. Pop a vial. Rocky might be better at dealing with these guys. Still need to be a bit careful about things that throw anything. Always have a bad feeling about that many barrels. Range them. Okay, stand back. There we go. Nice and clean. Now the question is, what exactly, if anything, was he guarding over here? Because yeah, I didn't see the switch over here. Okay, thick cold blood. And the only traps I really see would be like something throwing at those barrels and detonating them. Okay, bullets. The sound. Oh, okay. Ghosts. There we go. Thought I had finished them off, but it didn't. Was it really only the one? Okay, only one ladder up. For a brief moment, I thought there was two. I do like how practically horror game level quiet it gets around some of these areas. Okay, where's the guy that threw a knife at me? There he is. I guess so far, man, there's only the one invisible wall that we found. Makes me wonder how many other ones there were. Okay, there's a lever we need. Oh. Stamina. Yeah, I got big greedy there. Just gotta do one and retreat. Okay, quicksilver bullet. Nice, nice. Oh, holy shit. I read that as like, oh, we're only at 34,000 blood. We're at 347,000 blood. Not bad, not bad. And more quicksilver bullets. I don't see any other traps along the way here. Alright, first floor boss unlocked. If I had to take a guess, maybe a fat man. Because like the first floor tends to be generic enemy uplifted. So it's like would probably be... Oh no, what if it's naked fat man with mace? That's all slippery and moves quickly. I could see it being that. I don't want it to be that, but I could see it being that. Hmm. Okay. Oh, even... Okay, not a trap. The reason I suspect this is because there's like the two the two messengers with the lanterns here, but... Okay, not an openable door. I guess that's a passage I came in through. No, it's not. Because the big guy I fought would have started here, so that's where I came in from. So what is down below, I wonder? Well, let's explore the other passage real quick first. I think there was one other passage... Yeah, over here. Okay, 6 shining coins. Drop down. That's basically the area we came in from. Okay, so I guess it's just a shortcut back. Which still leaves a mystery then of what's that mysterious drop down. So let's drop down. Wait, this isn't where I came in from, right? Thing is, I don't remember this door being here before, because I thought we'd check behind the big guy. So I was surprised that there wasn't any lever. So that was slightly bold of my part to not properly look for a guillotine. Okay, throwing knife, blood vial, shining coins. This room is a bit mysterious to how it just seems to be a dead end. But again, there's been quite a few of those that we've encountered. I don't trust these coffins. Alright, I guess there's nothing down this way. But okay, we should definitely go back to the dream. Level up. I'm trying to think where we last left our stats at, but we have enough to probably level up 2, if not 3 times, which is rather shocking given how much we've already leveled up. Okay, all of them taken down. I'm trying to recall where that guillotine was. It's over here. Yes. Alright, then let's open up the boss door, just to have that opened. And I am curious. Side path? Side path. Yeah, we're gonna pop a vial and explore the side path here, just because otherwise the main guy kind of respawns. I guess that's not horrible. Actually, yeah, let's go back to the dream. Even though this room repopulates, we could still probably just run past them. And I'm still figuring this will probably take the entire recording, because I'm going to bet 4 floors for this one. It's been a while since we had a 4-floor one.
Welcome. What is it? Very well. Let me.
Although in hindsight, was the 4-floor one that we had? I wonder if that was actually the one random Chalice Dungeon we created. Yeah, we're actually going to put stuff in Arcane, because I want to see if I can't maybe get up to the 40.
Farewell, may you.
That is the 40 for that one spell that we do have, the weird meteor one. Okay. And we should basically... Does it really gain, like, 40 damage? Interesting. But yeah, we should definitely upgrade Beast Cutter. It's proven itself time and time again. And okay, we can't do any of the +6s, not to be too shocking there. Then I guess let's reinvest in... It's like, is there any of these that are worthwhile? But not really. We already have kind of everything. You know what? Screw it. Even more potions. We're almost at, like, literal max potions. Wait. And then... a single bullet. Though I guess next time we should maybe, like... go ham on bullets? We can do as many eye blasts as we want on as many boss attempts as we want. Because I do wonder how long the bosses here are going to take. Again, I might be playing it up more in my brain, but I'm like, this is the last Chalice Dungeon. It's gonna be hell level difficult. It might be the one that breaks me, and it still might be. Before I get too confident in my own skills, this still might be. And so in my head, I'm playing it up to that, but I wonder if it's actually not that bad. Alright. Hello, big guy. Goodbye, 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 big guy. Assumedly... he doesn't follow us. Oh. That means to disengage my double sword mode. Okay, one of these long halls. Stamina back. Whoa. Sudden free 7,000. I'll take that. Oh. That same hunter from the last Chalice Dungeon that we had a room like this. Wonder what's up with him. I see no trap. It's a bit hard sometimes to tell which mode the weapon is currently in. I don't see anything too worthwhile for fighting him, but I guess we can fight him after we're done. Pillaging this side path here. Whoa. Oh yeah, it's a drawbridge. I thought it was a ladder leading upwards. Or not ladder, a like stairway. And then... Can I do anything outside of firing it? No. Okay. I guess the switch is somewhere else. Okay, well here's a coffin. Okay, I don't see any other guy laying down. Oh. Go. And more Ritual Blood 5. Raleigh pop a vial. Looks like this guy's gonna get up. And more Ritual Blood 5. But okay, so the lever for the drawbridge wasn't here. Oh wait, here it is. It actually was here all along. Derp. This also means that the down below entrance will run past the hunter, so we gotta be careful about that. Thick gold blood, tomb mold, Molotov cocktail, man trying to kill me. Quicksilver bullets, and more bullets. Alright. Okay, trap that we have to trigger. Huh. Is not what I expected over here. That being absolutely nothing. I am curious about what's down below. But alright, I guess we're gonna have to fight the hunter. I'd rather attack him from this angle than drop down and like fight him at a point where he might be like at the doorway. Hello, Mr. Hunter. I am the hunter of hunters. I've come to hunt. Almost there. Oh, 40,000. Not bad. Okay, so the only thing he was like more directly guarding here was a single blood vial. Okay, we know we dropped a few of the guys down. And then the question is there anything over here? Because it doesn't look like it, because normally there'd be a door here if there was. Okay. Then we should be good to... Well, actually, there's an item over here. Okay, more blood vial. Not bad. Yes, we're still in the side path. Whenever I see a big chamber like this, I'm like, where am I? And it's like, oh yeah, side path. But okay, let us go back to the dream with all this blood. I think it might be enough for a level up. Maybe. Okay, run past the big guy again. Yeah, probably level up. And at this current rate, we might like cap out on bullets and blood vials. So at that point, I guess we just buy tons of weapon back stuff and upgrade everything we can to +6.
Very well, let me.
All right. Yeah, more arcane.
Farewell, may.
And then, oh yeah, we should definitely repair. The one downside of us using pretty brittle weapons. And Beast Cutter will probably not be applicable against the boss, so let's get out Tonatress. Bad. That's a regular war points. We want to go back into the dungeon, although we want to spend probably a remainder on bullets. I'm curious if we're going to find out what Pthumeru... Like, is that a civilization? Because we had the Pthumeru descendants, but it might be... old great one god. But then Ihyll might be that as well, but maybe Ihyll is like a suffix referring to something else? There is a Great Ids, which was our previous Chalice Dungeon. Yeah, again, I'll be curious what we're going to find down here. And if I had to take a guess, again, the only unique stuff we've really fought down here have been like Nosferatu-style vampire lords, which, I mean, I do like them, so. Big slippery fat guy. Oh, it's a vampire lord dude. Okay. Probably vial. Oh, okay. Those moves. Yeah, I think double katana might be better. Definitely hard hitting, I'll give him that. Yeah, I need stamina. Wow. Ready to go. There we go. Whew. Alright, Tempering Damp Blood Gem 6. That was definitely more of a workout for a floor 1 boss than I thought it would be. So in hindsight, we had cap on insight, because we're at 99 now. I could always buy more weapon upgrade gems, but... Oof, okay. Yep. Wake up, doll.
I'm what it... Very let me...
Bam, arcane.
Farewell, good heart, may you...
Okay. Repair. Yeah, let's re-swap out Tonitrus for Beast Cutter as we're going back into the floor proper. I want to say, like, maybe Beast Cutter would have been... Actually, wait, no. We still have 49,000 blood. Time to invest. There we go. Definitely a bit of a workout in that one, like I said. I like the Nosferatu guys. They're tough but fair. And they have lore implications, and they kind of, you know... I would say look cool. Not like the coolest, but like, you know, alright, you know, for what the game's going for. I'm still shocked that there wasn't a single one of those, like, in the Vileblood Castle. You'd think they'd try to tie it all together there. But maybe it's like if you read this description and this description, like, it eventually all ties together. But I would have figured that thing for, like, a floor 2 boss, so what's the floor 2 boss gonna be if it's not a vampire lord? Double check for traps. Okay, not traps of the traditional sort, so no ambushing from behind. No. I hate swamp floors. At least no undead giants with cannons. Pretty basic. Outside of the usual path of where to go down there, not seeing any other obvious path. Heck, I don't even know if this water is going to be poisonous or not. Yeah, not even poisonous. Huh. Although, I don't remember normal guys being that strong. Oh, it's oil. That's why I didn't take any damage from, like... I didn't take any poison. There we go. Words. I was just like, wait a minute. Damage? That doesn't make any sense. Poison eventually is damage, but it by itself is not damage. But okay, so it's an ocean of oil. Flashbacks to Oil Ocean Zone from Sonic 2. Yeah, Sonic 2. It's like, way back in the day, I got basically my Sega Genesis, there's a bundle, like, Christmas gift from my parents, so it's just like, had Sonic 2 and Jurassic Park. Which, always at the Jurassic Park on Sega Genesis, it's like, fuck yeah, playing as a raptor. Your goal, eat Alan Grant. Yeah, I just had to basically take the hit from the guy up here, so that way I'm not taking it down here. Get stamina back. I kind of wonder if there's a way to, like, purge yourself of oil. The other ones aren't aggroing. There it goes, okay. So oil is that little, like, triangle marker. Okay, trying to wait for the oil to dissipate before we engage the fire guy here. Come on. Okay, upward path. I was like, I hear flames. Oh boy, of course. Good. Oil debuff gone. Interesting spin on things, having the entire swamp be oil rather than poison. If only they would just ignite themselves. It's like you've brought a weapon made of fire into a swamp of oil. Good. No one snuck up on me during that. Okay, we hear spiders, and we hear one of the shiny lizard equivalents. I will say, basically, the enemies do a lot of damage here, so it's like, even the boss is definitely pushing health restoration. Uh-oh. Hello. Whew. Go. Okay, where's the shiny lizard? Here we are. Okay, I got blood gem 6. Okay, I guess better to be up than down. Okay, more oil. I wonder if they're gonna have hellhounds at some point. Okay, room full of spiders. Alright, quicksilver bullets. Yeah, man. Yes. Get some of our health back there. Okay, at least it's seemingly safe on this side of the room. Pop a vial. Stop being greedy. It's like, it's not costing me a lot of health vials, but, I mean, blood vials. But all I have to do is just target, retreat, slam. Okay, that was a head spider. I like them. All I have to do is not be greedy. Proceeds to immediately be greedy. Okay, Ritual Blood 4. Man, when we next get to Dark Souls 3, all of Bloodborne is making me soft when it comes to being paranoid of every chest out there being a mimic. Better quality of life for me, but I feel like it's gonna get ingrained in me. Then we're gonna start Dark Souls 3 and I'm gonna get eaten left and right. Assuming that mimics come back in Dark Souls 3, but they've been in most of the previous Souls stuff. Bloodborne's a bit of a first here, where it's like, I can open up a chest without fear of it being trapped. Or a living trap, or insert variations of traps. But also, interesting that basically the coffin wasn't that way. Ooh. Actually, no, I think... We see that there are bugs here. Okay. I guess we can just explore this one first. Okay, more blood vials. Good, good. Okay, and this is not oil. That's also good. Okay, I thought a slime had fallen down into the murk. Oh, okay. Well, that's the connecting point back over to the oil swamp. There we go. No picking them off one by one, just hop into the fray. Okay, no gun, but good. Whoa, okay. That's a bit of a rip and tear. Okay, good. Okay, tempering damp blood gem. Tomb mold, let me guess. Ritual blood 5. Oh, no, tomb mold 5, okay. Yes, I totally did not notice until just now that there are multiple levels of tomb mold. Again, it's interesting that some stuff, like the cold flower buds, have levels to them. But then it, like, in terms of, like, naming schemes, like, you know, the flower bud, blooming flower, and then, like, you know, flower. But then when it comes to the tomb mold, it's like, no, there's tomb mold 5. The 5th variation of tomb mold. Okay, I think that clears out everything to look at in the dungeon. I'll just run back across now. I somehow doubt that's going to be anything more than just some bullets or a vial. There it is. Alright, on to the proper floor 2. Wait, no, that's the elevator. I'm always amused at, like, how blood-covered we are after clearing out certain areas. And light the lantern, go back to the dream, because we have 306,000 blood. That's at least enough for 1, if not 2 level ups.
Welcome. What is it? Very well. Let me.
Okay, more arcane.
Farewell. May you.
Yeah, I do wonder if none of the insight is cap. It's like, in theory, we could assume it's cap and then spend 20 on a, I don't know, actually, I was gonna say that, but in hindsight, it's like 20 for a single bloodstone chunk is not worth it. That is not a good exchange rate. At that point, it's better to just get a blood rock because of how rare they are. Okay. More bullets, I guess. I like how the Great Ihyll Chalice stands out way more than this one. This is a very benign-looking chalice, even though it is... I'm still going to say it's the ultimate one, because we had to take down the previous two to get Red Jelly. That is Lower Lauren and the Great Ihyll Chalice. So it's like... It seems like that is the assumed level-up lineage. But then obviously you still have to do stuff in the game itself to get this one unlocked, so it's like... This does feel like it's meant to be a final dungeon. With all the difficulty that entails. Okay, that's the boss door. Any question? Yep, there it goes. The question ended up being correct of, is there someone waiting to pull a boulder on me? I guess, push a boulder on me. Not pull. Okay, no trap. Ah, one of these rooms. Okay. Okay, one of these super zombie dudes. There we go. Now the question is there an elevator down? Is there a side area? These floors are always distracting with how gigantic they are. But okay, so if it's not like the other templates, this leads down to the connecting path that goes onto the garden here. I don't think any of those guys are hunters. Well, I half wonder if the boss lever is not going to be remotely connected. Oh, okay, one of these rooms. Okay, the door that's normally there is not. Can't remember if that's one of the I'm going to cut out your brain and or eyeball hags, or if it's a different hag down there. Yeah, I think those are the ones that shoot fireballs. Whoa, okay. Well, I somehow already sent the elevator back up. What? I'm not even fully cognizant of what happened. I just exploded suddenly. Can only assume that the thing that she shot at me was a homing fireball? Alright, let's try that again. Okay, first off... Yep, there we go. Then... run through here, run through here. Gun guy, hello gun guy. Try to take a shot. Alright, have to be careful of the Canehurst Castle gargoyle suddenly. But see, yet again, it kind of reinforces the whole, like, connection between Canehurst Castle, the Vile Bloods, and these weird, like, Nosferatu dudes. So it's, like, all the weirder that the Nosferatu dudes, like, aren't in the game. Like, the main story, like, unless I missed something. Which is always possible, but... if I missed it, it's like Canehurst Castle is already kind of, like, out of the way. Which... it's so weird, because normally when you have vampires, you have werewolves, and you have werewolves in the main game. But then it's like... okay, come on, elevator. But you'd think that it would, like, feature vampires and werewolves, like, equally. Dang it, come on. There we are, blood restored. Did I? No, okay, I haven't gotten the other witch lady. Dang it. There we go. No risk of suddenly exploding in a fireball. Oh. That is so creepy how they're... okay. Alright, I mistook that. I thought he was holding the staff for a second. I'm just like, that is creepy. But still creepy how it's like they kind of blend in with just the regular statues. Bloodstone chunk. Nice. It's exactly the type of thing that we're hoping for. Okay, guillotine trap. Come on. Totally run at me, bruh. What could go wrong? I dare you. Toads, do it. Huh, okay. Weirdly, he didn't trigger the trap. Okay, 2 blood vials. Now that said, I don't think that this... this would just go down below, which I think we could easily do that by hopping down the elevator shaft. Whereas up here we have quite a few buff dudes to deal with. Tripping over my words there. Alright. Yeah, let's hop down the elevator shaft. Okay, scans are not picking up any enemies. Should be as safe as it's gonna be. Yeah, okay, not a secret. I don't think they would put pressure plate traps in, like, the mud, but I don't know for certain. And this should connect out to the garden. Yep, so we're underneath the garden area, which, quite frankly, is probably a better, safer place to be than above it. Then there should be, like, another side path somewhere here. But I'm not seeing one, strangely. And there's a guy I shoved off earlier. And I guess we can just kind of feel around the edges here. I doubt the lever is in the middle of the courtyard. Oh, here we go. Alright, good to know. Wait until the next time he tries to shoot at me. Hey, totally try and shoot at me. Oh, hello. Good sir. Over here. Thank you. There we go. Sign to move out. It's my favorite. Fat, slippery man. Okay, let's... I need to try and draw these guys one by one. Okay, this isn't oil, so we don't have to worry about fire instant killing us. Come on, sir. I think it's beef scooter time. You have to be a bit careful not to get too close though and start up Fat Man. Because once Fat Man gets rolling, things are going to get a lot more difficult. In fact, I'm not even going to risk it too much. Okay. Hey, Fat Man. Here it comes. Whoa! Okay. I did not think he was going to be able to squeeze through such a tight corner. Uh. Sir? I think you rolled through the collision. I didn't get any blood for it, so he didn't fall to his death, but I can only assume he's falling in an infinite void now. Okay. I mean, I'll take it. Oh, there we go. He finally died. Note to self on future ways to defeat roly-poly fat men. Just have them roll backwards next to a wall. Okay. Oh, boss door open. There's not really an easy way to get back from here without going through the gauntlet of dudes in the garden proper. Could be argued that I should go through them? Just in case there's any goodies to be gotten. But I didn't see any goodies from above in hindsight. So, yeah, let's not do that. Alright, so boss door should be open now. Gonna confirm that real quick. Good, good. And, yep, another side passage. But let's cash this out for a level. And replenish our bullets in hindsight. So double checking how are we on time. Oh, wow, okay. Already halfway through the recording session.
Welcome home. What is it? Very well, let me.
Alright. More arcane.
Farewell, may you.
Then repair, and then probably bullets. This still ascend? Yep. Yeah, blood vials before bullets right now. Kind of the thought process, like, alright, gotta lock in, gotta focus. If we're already halfway through and I haven't defeated the floor 2 boss yet. I mean, technically we're kind of at pace if it's only 3 floors, but if it's 4 floors, we're behind. I do wonder if there's like a strategy for using the shields. It's interesting, it can't upgrade either of them. Which makes sense, given that this game is much more offensive focused, which does kind of match the whole, like, Van Helsing Monster Hunter vibe. Monster Hunter, Vampire Hunter, stuff like that. Dang it. Okay. The candles lining the way are somewhat auspicious. Okay, the giant gravestones again. Good, good. There we go. Okay, no Hunter Man this time around. We got up, 2 side caverns. Okay, 5 bone marrow ash. I feel like I should probably use those more often, but oh well. Oh, wait, actually I don't know if they only work for the gun or if they also work for spells. Like, is it things that consume bullets, or is it just gun? Wasn't gonna fall for that. Okay, so alright, need to run to a side passage. So it's like confirmation that those things are instant kills, or at the very least, ton of damage. Alright, let's try that again. Thankfully not too much in the way, just rats and bugs. Alright, rat. Okay, get stamina back. Good. Alright, back up here. So now we know, run and then to the left. Oh yeah, and this guy here. Now it should be doable. Watch out for the trap. Alright. Okay, 2 yellow backbones. Quicksilver bullets, hunter mark. Disarm the trap. Bullets, bullets, bullets. There's that side path. Hold on, I'm gonna let the next one roll on through. Sure, I don't think there's anything. Aha, okay. But no, just a little safety nook again. Down there. Okay, so it's one of these 2 caves. I guess we'll go with the far end first. Good, and then... And last but not least... Okay, don't see anyone around here. Hello. It's a bit strange he's not attacking back. But okay, so it must be the other... Whoop, hello! Okay, we're tempering damp blood gem. Okay, that was the far end cave. Or wait. Yes, yes it was. Okay, one of these rooms. Meaning good chance at a boulder trap up above. Old Hunter's Mark. Oh, no boulder. Weird. It's like a wall lantern that's hanging low enough to be a incense burner. Or Ritual Blood 5. Hey guy. Alright. Looks like forward a tiny bit, stomp. And then... Oh. Okay. Regular big dude. Any more helpers? Not really. Doesn't look like he's using a gun. Dodge! Okay, just gotta keep hiding them. Okay, tampering the blood gem. Let me guess, Ritual Blood 5, or Tomb Mold 5. Oh, red jelly, not bad. Okay, there's that Ritual Blood 5 I expected. Okay, looks like only the 2 treasure chests. Odd tempering damp blood gem. Okay, not seeing any other treasures in here. Alright. Could probably hop down to the blood. Well, we can just easily run through. Oh, nice time I'll miss this. Kin Cold Blood 11. think we should be good. We'll probably head back to the Dream to cash out first and foremost. Standard procedure for a pre-boss prep. Alright, speaking of which, after we're done repairing, we should also basically swap out the Tonitrus and the Twin Blades. And that is the one nice thing about all the extra points we have in stamina, is that we can run for a lot longer. Alright, back to the Dream. Alright, so if Nosferatu was floor 1 boss, floor 2 boss. I'll admit, I'm really hoping it's not going to be Ligarius. I'm just like, it might be though. I feel like he hasn't gotten his like second match that most other bosses have gotten.
Very well, let me... Farewell, May.
Okay, good. Repair. Probably... Let's see what's lower. Bullets or vials? And looks like bullets are technically lower. I keep going back to the regular warp point. Oh, we're here. And so for what the second floor boss could be, I could see it being Ligarius. I could see it being the, what's it called? The Unborn one? The giant flesh baby that we fought in twice in the main story, because it's mandatory, but hasn't really shown up yet in the Chalice Dungeons. I was gonna say, but that's a mandatory boss. Maybe they only choose the optional bosses, but like Rom the Vacuous Spider was in a Chalice Dungeon, so... It could be Ligarius, could be the Unborn one. Like I said, I believe that if there's only 3 floors, then it would be... whatever the unique boss is that I was kind of originally beckoned to come here for. Okay, this is the actual boss door. Heavy breathing makes me think Flesh Baby. Whoa. Bloodloading beast? With homing missiles? What? Falcon Punch! Okay, this is not on the list of ones I expected. You already showed up as a Chalice boss. You're like more bloody now. And you're missing a face. That's not a great arena for fighting him either. Alright, I think basically camera lock might not be the way to go. I just realized I forgot to equip Tonitrus. Ouch. Oh, okay. So that explains this giant hole in his face. Ouch. definitely not as hard-hitting as it used to hit. Interesting second boss, kind of a take on the bloodletting beast. Okay, Pthumeru Ihyll Chalice and heavy damp blood gem 6. Okay, back to the dream to restock and level up. That's it. That's a little bit easier than the first floor boss. Even felt easier than the original bloodletting boss himself, but it's like I kind of was like, I know the drill for this.
Well, what is it here?
Hack at the ankles.
Very well, let me. Farewell, good hun. May.
Okay, good. Repair. Probably. Yeah, let's go for blood vials. Single bullet. And I feel like we're probably at max insight. Something to be said about maybe leveling up something to 9. I mean, I don't know. I say that, but like, it costs like quite a few of the higher gems to get from 7, 8, 9 and 20 insight apiece. It is not a good exchange rate. We're the bloodletter that we haven't even used at all. Yeah, see, it's like it would take 6 more, so that's 20. 120 insight just to get that from plus 8 to plus 9, versus a 60 would take to get from plus 9 to plus 10. Not cool. Although, I kind of doubt it, but does the Insight Merchant have anything new we can buy? Nope. Nothing here. Yep, okay. Yep, I guess we just keep on sitting on 99 insight, and hopefully it's not the cap, even though... Given that that was kind of a relatively quote-unquote new boss. Like, cause we had encountered the bloodletting beast before, but not with the giant worm in place of where his face should be. So it's like... You would think that we'd gotten insight from that. But also, all the more reason I wonder maybe then if there's 4 floors here instead of 3? But again, the other Heart Chalice dungeons haven't had more than 3. And I really do wonder if the 1-4 one maybe was the random one I did. Which at that point is maybe the whole point of, like, you know, give it an extra dungeon floor, that is. So if this is like the others, then it would only be 3, which means that we're about to enter the final floor. Plus 2 side passages, which again are basically like mini floors. Hello, side passage. I was just talking about you. Okay. For a brief moment, I thought I saw a guillotine blade, but nope. Okay, nothing to our left or right. merchant. Okay. Let's take care of this guy first in case he decides to pull out a gun on us. Two blood vial, not bad. Alright, what do you have, Mr. Merchant? Okay, all these are pretty standard. Dang. One day I keep hoping that one of them will sell blood chunks for blood. Okay, a lot of the same kind of weapon variants we've had in other places. Ah, okay, so here's the Sinister Pthumeru Ihyll Chalice. Which, okay, 16,000, so we could probably basically buy that on our way out of here. Kincold Blood 12, Kincold Blood 12. Okay, a trap right in our face. Patrolling dude. Nobody else, so... This isn't quite the guy I thought it was going to be. I thought it was one of the hoodie guys. Alright, trap disarmed. Garden? Amp garden, okay. I hear clicking, which makes me wonder if it's the giant fire shooting once again. Those giant bugs. Okay, run all the way around. Dang, he does see. Oh, okay, but it is a giant fire shooting thing, so we'll have to be careful. Should be okay. A thought occurs in my head, but I dare not speak it, because I want to keep the good luck rolling. One of my least favorite Chalice Dungeon enemy types that tend to appear in these floors, as I have to swim upstream to get to them. Okay, so that's another fat guy. And he's surrounded by helpers. Dang it. Dang it. Need to maybe rethink my strategy here. Boo. Really? There we go. Ouch. If he wants us to roll through the wall again, I won't stop him. Ouch again. Whew. Poor man's damp blood gem. I don't think we've seen a poor man variant of the blood gems. Okay, more yellow backbone. Quicksilver bullet. Great one, cold blood. Now that's interesting. I assume it's just like the highest level cold blood, but let's take a look at that real quick. Used to gain cosmically nightmarish blood echoes. Relic containing the blood echoes of a great one. Used to gain cosmically nightmarish blood echoes. Like a true revelation, this uncanny relic defies understanding. Okay, then the kin cold blood of inhuman kin of the cosmos, brethren of the great ones. Used to gain unspeakable blood echoes. Dare not to delve into the into the world beyond humanity. The eldritch truth touched upon long ago at Brigganworth. Long ago. I kind of had the vibe that the events weren't too long ago, but maybe they were. Okay, I don't see any shinies that would be worthwhile of venturing into the garden itself, so we can probably proceed to the actual floor 3. Oh, more great one, cold blood. I assume it's just like, 30,000 if not 50,000 blood. But I do like how it's like, stuff like that, it's like definitively the top tier. It is the blood to end all cold bloods. So that type of naming scheme I like. Well, until they eventually go, like, Great Old One Cold Blood 2. Alright, let's go ahead and buy the Sinister Pthumeru Ihyll Chalice. And funny enough, I think we actually don't have enough blood to level up, so potentially no reason to really go back to the dream. And bop the lantern. Alright, let's see what theoretically floor 3 of 3 on the final one is like. And we have miners down there. Stay down. Go. It's like a very narrow space, which is I was a bit concerned. Checking to see if it was an invisible wall, but it wasn't. Whoa, hello. Targeting, thank you. Probably top off. A lot of things in this Chalice Dungeon hit pretty hard. Okay, there's a hunter. A shiny lizard equivalent. Summoner we could summon. Nah. I was like, we are at 99 insight. We could. Stamina back. Ouch. Thank you, good sir, for walking into that. Okay, adapt blood gem 5. Okay. 2 of the elite zombie dudes. Make sure it wasn't going to sidestep since we're running a tiny bit low on bullets. Okay, poison knife. Go. Constantly misjudging the distance on that first strike. There we go. Chris tempering down blood gem 6. I'm not gonna go in the oil with you, mister. Okay, another curse tempering down blood gem, but this time 5. Yeah, 4 blood vials, not too bad since we didn't restock at the dream. Guess we can wade through the oil a tiny bit here. Okay, I'm gonna assume that the bottom path is the failure exit for up above. And looks like that guess is correct. Great One's Wisdom. I do like the gargoyle in place of one of the statues up there. Trying to be all casual-like. Ooh, and gargoyle is also on the ceiling. There's just one over there, but... Okay, there's the lever. Hey, you. Come over this way. Okay, good. The gargoyles didn't join. Ouch. Gonna be a bit careful since the boss lever is right there. Okay, add that blood gem 5. There. Boss door opened. There you go. Gonna lure this guy over here. Because they do tend to drop... Dang. They do tend to drop basically the blood rock... Or not blood rock, the blood stone things that we need. At least that one did that one time, and therefore I will assume they all have the chance to. Oh, trim bloodstone shards. I mean, I'll take it. Okay. The boss door is open now. But I do want to check out basically the failure path. See if there's any goodies. Oop, hello. You did drop the one guy down here, right? 4 blood vials. Oh, I guess not. I guess basically I must have killed him up above, and it was just me hearing the rat down below that maybe made my brain misremember. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to the dream, since we have enough to at least level up twice, maybe 3 times. Wait, actually, I'm gonna open up the boss door real quick. And I'm kind of curious to see if there's a side path or not. Okay, I'm not seeing a side path, and it does seem to be Final Chalice boss dungeon vibes in terms of, like, this general layout. And quite a few summons, but let's see if it's necessary or not. Probably not. It's been a long time since we've had to rely on a summon. We're kind of at the point where a lot of summons tend to fall on their face anyway, so... I'm excited. Like, what boss awaits?
What is it? Very well, let me...
I'd imagine it'd be some sort of variation on... Let's see. Either some sort of great one, like the, I mean, I guess we didn't come across the singing dudes in the Chalice Dungeon, thankfully. So no frenzy constantly stacking. Could be another variation of the Nosferatu folk, since it is, like, those guys are all Pthumerian, you know, insert suffix here. Could be... a giant chalice filled to the brim with, like, blood and tentacles. I'd kind of tip my hat to the game. It's like, you know what? If you did that, cool. And then, there we go. I guess it could be... I mean, it's probably more of a combination of the two of them. Like, it's probably basically Pthumerian... So, like, Nosferatu, but then Old God. So it's like... Whatever Old God is a patron of these, like, blood drinker types. Which it sounded like that would be the formless one, though... My mind's like, Iodin. No, it's not Iodin. The one that... The Old God that has, like, the I in his name in this game. It's driving me nuts. But the ones basically they're like, you know, has a formless body but still wants a baby anyway. Oh yeah, I should have Tonitrus at the ready. Alright. What's our prize? Doing all 10 Chalice, Preset Chalice Dungeons. Oh, the bride! Yeah, the bride! Oh, cool! Yarnum. Oh, Yarnum! Whoop. The Marian Queen. Okay, so the one that gave birth to the old god dude in the main game. Unless, like, I attack her and she explodes to reveal the real boss. Whoa, okay. It's also interesting that she's the namesake of the town as well, Yarnum. Yeah, whenever I hear that crying, it's gonna be of the assumption that, like, I'm gonna get found. Ooh. Whoa! Of course, basically they had to make it a multi-target fight. Not risking anything. Baby, no. Baby! See the other... Oh! Where I saw the other one. Uh-oh. No! Alright. Try to separate her from her bridesmaids. One. She has a big blood sword. Yep, not trusting you, baby. Haven't seen prey slaughtered. There we go. Yarnum stone and 2 bloodstone chunks. Nice. I'm glad the mother finally got her chance at actually being a boss. I always felt bad that all she could do is kind of cry in the final dungeon. Now we on time. Oh, we have time. We might be able to actually just wrap up the game today. Oh, okay. It's already pre-bonked, or I bonked it and immediately forgot about it. But okay, yeah, nothing else here. Okay, let's see what that Yarnum stone is that we got. Is it a spell? No. Nothing there. Not an ingredient. Oh, there it is. Sacred Heirloom of Yarnum, Pthumerian Queen. Sacred relic left by Yarnum, Pthumerian Queen. The Queen lies dead, but her horrific consciousness is only asleep and stirs in unsettling motions. Interesting. Also makes you wonder if it unlocks a weapon, given it's like not all the things in the key items unlock weapons, but you know, one can still wonder. And the question is if Doll has anything to say about it. I'm assuming gaming posture here, even though we took care of her, but more we got like a bit of time and gotta finish up the game.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire?
Anything to say about my accomplishment?
Good hunter.
Nope.
I said. Very well. Let me.
I don't think I can level up. No, okay.
Farewell, may.
Alright, prepare. Easy enough fight, but mainly because it's like she actually would get stun locked. Like if she just had super armor, like I would have been in trouble. Okay, nothing new there. Nothing new here. Or here. Okay. So none of those. And I guess, okay, so that's basically that one. Let's remove this one. I just want to confirm. This one's a lower Hintertomb. Remove. Yep, in terms of shared fixed, I think that's all of them. Ah, completion. Within comfortable levels, because obviously, like, you know, I could go further and, like, do all of those, but we are not. We have many games to play, and Bloodborne's already gotten pretty high up there in terms of, like, number of videos. Do we get a new weapon, though? Not seeing a new right-hand weapon. Okay, nor one of those. Any new armor? Nope. Okay. I wonder if all it does is unlock... Maybe it's just bragging rights, but maybe it's also when we encounter her in the story. Maybe she has something to say about it. Now, we can't use it. Okay. Interesting, interesting. But alright, let's go ahead and, yeah, let's cap off how many blood vials we can buy. Same with bullets. There we are, look at that. Max on each. Ah, feels nice. Feels good. But alright, let's see if we can't wrap up the game before, the 3-hour mark here. I figure I'll... Because I know I need to use at least 3. I don't know if 4 does anything. I don't think it does, but we need at least 3 of the umbilical cords eaten. So, used in the menu, that is. Before we do the final interaction. Like... And it sounds like all I have to do is choose the thing I didn't choose the last time. Which is to refuse to being woken from the dream. Hey, cult nerds. I love seeing that with blood vials. And bullets. That said, it's gonna take some restraint, not just... Ooh. Okay. I know I took care of two piggies originally here, but... Okay, good, the other one's not charging. Against that wall. That's fine. I was being overly confident. Honestly, I probably could just run past everybody, even the pigs. Alright. Yep. Ooh, crazy hybrids, you. Regain stamina. Hello, everybody. Goodbye, everybody. Regain stamina. Pig took our blood. I want my blood back, pig. Hello, cultist. Goodbye, cultist. Hello, Yarnum. Nothing to say about my thing I got from you? No? Okay. Let's not beat around the old god bush here. We got 30 minutes. Alright, witness. Stamina back after being so aggro. Okay, it's gonna be this phase. Oh, yeah. coming. There we go. Goodbye, baby. Boom. Oh, it's like the sound of it sleeping. There we go. Bump the lantern. Let's go check in with Yarnum real quick. Since she's down below. If anything like last time, it should just vanish again. You good? Cool. Alright, so before returning to the dream, we are going to take a look at all 4 of our 1/3 umbilicals. Alright, so a bit of repeat, but I'm going to read through each one of them. Actually, we'll go down. A great relic, also known as the Cord of the Eye, every infant great one has its precursor to the umbilical cord. Every great one loses its child, then yearns for a surrogate. The 3rd umbilical cord precipitated the encounter with the pale moon, which beckoned the hunters and conceived the hunter's dream. Using an insight, and, so they say, eyes on the inside, although no one remembers what that truly entails. Okay, same first and last part, but middle part, every great one loses its child, then yearns for a surrogate. And Oedon, the formless great one, is no different. To think it was corrupted blood that began this eldritch liaison. And then, same first part, and then Provis Willem sought the Great One in order to elevate his being and thoughts to those of a Great One, by aligning his brain with eyes, the only choice he knew if man were to ever match their greatness. And then, different middle one, every Great One loses his child, and then yearns for a surrogate. This cord granted Mensis the audience with Murgo, but resulted in the stillbirth of their brains. Murgo's brain or Mensis' brain? Because I think... Also, Mensis was the dude. Murgo was the baby. Mensis was the annoying dude, if I recall, right? Okay, so we'll basically have this one because it doesn't have the same description. We'll have the other 3, so... Om nom nom. Yes. And then... Om nom nom. And then... Om nom nom. Cool. 3 of 3, even though we have 4, but that's fine. I don't think we need to eat the last one. Yes. Alright. Let's go back to the dream. Hello, doll.
Good hunter, you have come. Dawn will soon break. This night and this dream will end. Gammon awaits you at the foot of the great tree. Very well. Let me...
Arcane.
Good hunter, your presence somehow soothes. I sense the ancient echoes. They course your veins. Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
I figure, give her a proper send-off. in case she's not somehow the actual end boss, because I still don't fully trust her. But I guess so far, in every one of the Souls games, the requisite maiden has always been, like, not actually the end boss. It wasn't the case in Demon Souls, it wasn't the case for any of the miscellaneous ones we met in Dark Souls, and it wasn't the one in Dark Souls 2 either. Cap off. Cap off. I'm like, maybe I should save in case the final fight's actually really difficult. You know what? Sure. We'll hold on to that blood in case somehow it becomes relevant. Use items and toggle items. I love how they're all the tutorial guys are still here. This feels like going to a graduation ceremony. We might finally see things off proper like. Can't read any of these things.
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream.
Refuse.
Dear, oh dear. What was it? The hunt? The blood? Or the horrible dream? Oh, it doesn't matter. It always comes down to the hunter's helper to clean up after these sorts of messes.
Cool.
Tonight, Gammon joins the hunt.
For a smash! It definitely had everyone's here vibes. Beef cutter, beef cutter, beef cutter, beef cutter. It's a hunter. There we go. Beef cutter. Fight you with the blades of Maria! Whoa, okay. Okay, so he's doing a lot of charge stuff, of course. Oh, it just takes it. Okay. Whew. No need for him to. Come on.
You must accept your death.
Hopefully that doesn't count as the other ending. Technically in the other ending I did die to him, but that was willingly. This time I should be okay, right? Right? Alright. And it seems like... I mean, on one hand, basically, it wasn't too bad, but it loses oomph over the fight, so... Well, let's see how he does against Zapstick. There we go. Fog Dort. Where's my blood, old man? You didn't take it, did you? Oh well. I do not see it. There's my blood. Very confusing. It's not doing the moon thing. Stand back. Hunter badge. For a kiss. Presents. Final Fantasy Fallen Angel down to 1 HP right there. Nightmare Saloon.
Are you cold? Oh, good hunter.
So did I become an old god baby? I don't know. But I can finally look up all the deep dives into lore for all this stuff that I'm too much of a dum-dum to get. But no, overall though, good time. Like, I am trying to think. So far, the rankings, like, up to Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is my favorite, which is better than Dark Souls, which was better than Demon Souls. Even though each one has its charm. And I'm trying to think where to put Bloodborne in that regard. Because, like, it's definitely competing with Dark Souls 2. And I know that's kind of blasphemous sometimes from, like... Again, like, I went into Dark Souls 2 kind of expecting it to not be a good game, but I ended up enjoying it quite a bit. But it was Scholar of the First Sin edition, so, you know, maybe that's a factor there. But... I definitely enjoyed a good chunk of this game. Quite a bit. It's not without its warts. I mean, had to look up some stuff. It was a bit of a climb in some regards. But overall, no, I mean, I'd say it's a solid game. Like, if anything, the progression order stands. Like, this climb to Elden Ring, it just makes me more and more excited for Elden Ring. Because, so far, every game is generally better than the last. There are some parts I kind of miss from Dark Souls, specifically Dark Souls 2, or more the franchise, but, like... Bloodborne is a bit of a divergence from Demon slash Dark Souls, but it does a lot of interesting things on its own, so I give it that. Very confusing plot-wise, but a lot of cool monsters, a lot of cool environments. Like, some of the music's also really good. Like, overall, solid game. I mean, I know this is the other fact, given that, Bloodborne has such a famous reputation out there, but, like, in my own journey, climbing upwards, I'll say it's better than Dark Souls 2. Not by a whole lot, because there are some things that I miss from it. But I think the plethora of weapons in Bloodborne, the combat being a bit more refined, a lot of the kind of like the side path stuff. It's not a perfect game. It's not a 10 out of 10. So that's my take. It's not 10 out of 10. But I would say Bloodborne basically, to me, 8 out of 10. Like, for my own personal taste, privileges, there are things I wish it did better. Both from a mechanical standpoint and a lore standpoint, but I'm not going to say I don't have a good time with the game. I don't play this much if I'm not having a good time with the game. I would have tried to finish it up much more. I do wish I understood more what was going on. Like, I felt that was one thing I do kind of miss from Dark Souls 2, is that Dark Souls 2... Demon Souls, I kind of had a pretty good idea what the plot was. Dark Souls... kind of. I knew what the world lore was about, and what was... I think I kind of had an idea what was going on, but I didn't know why my character was involved in any of it. So Dark Souls 2 kind of, like, soured me in terms of, like, the main story. Dark Souls 2 was a bit better. They kind of give it more personal stakes, like, oh, something happened to your family. Maybe you murdered them. Maybe you didn't. Like, you're on a quest to go fix the undead curse thing. And so it's like, okay. And then Bloodborne, I'm like... Again, it's very Lovecraftian, elder god stuff, and that fictional context always comes with a lot of baggage of, like, dreams within dreams within dreams within dreams, what even is reality anymore, in the mouth of madness, in the mountains of madness, etc., etc. Which, in that context, I would say it's good, like Bloodborne's seemingly general plot, but it was very hard for me to follow, which kind of took away some of the investment, but I do still kind of like the general fantasy of, like, Monster Hunter. I do think they did themselves a bit of a disservice of it being so werewolf-themed heavy for, like, half the game. Like, I feel like it gets a lot better. I mean, what I would have done is I would have basically taken the Chalice Dungeon system, thrown it out, and then put those bosses in the actual world itself. Along with, like, maybe a couple, like, dungeons environments to put them into. That's kind of my take on it. Like, I feel like there's potential lore there. Especially with, like, yeah, like, Yharnam, the name of the town, also being the name of the queen, who's the Pthumerian queen, which the Pthumerian descendants are all, like, blood vampire types. Like, I really wish they played it up more in the actual story. Like, I feel like there's a lot of stuff the Chalice Dungeons are implying that would have been better front-loading that a bit. You don't have to go full force on that, but, like, a bit in that regard. I also do admit, like, I get the entire combat system is supposed to be a lot more offensive-focused, but I do miss having more defensive options available to me. Like, that's one thing I kind of miss from some of the Dark Souls games. Hands down, also, screw the Blood Vial system. Like, bring back flasks. You did a good thing. Like, Demon Souls didn't have it, and then Dark Souls did, and it all was good with the world. And then Dark Souls 2 still had flasks, but it was, like, slightly different, but, still good. Like, you can kind of, like, take the opportunity to learn bad guys and everything. Like, alright, cool. But then Bloodborne's like, no, back to Demon Souls style of stuff. It's like, oh, come on, man. I mean, I guess the bullets are better for spells, but also bullets for spells in general is still really weird. Like, they should have played it up more of, like, you're manipulating metal or something. But, I mean, overall, again, I had a good time. I would say Bloodborne, now that I've done everything I've wanted to do with this game, I would put it above Dark Souls 2. Not by a whole lot, but we're now basically par for a course of Dark Souls is better than Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2 is better than Dark Souls, Bloodborne's better than Dark Souls 2. My general take. But again, Bloodborne and Dark Souls 2 is very close. I'll be very curious what they take from this And would they apply it to Dark
Good.
Souls 3?
All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry.
Back under
Whatever
I go.
happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
We're gonna try and get back to the Hunter's Dream here real quick. Man, we're just about at time for today, man. That's some good wrapping up. Oh, that does remind me though, with Dark Souls 3 starting up pretty much next of the Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos, those will be hour-and-a-half videos. So Bloodborne here is the last one of the 3-hour video type. And it kind of compensates that basically, you know, so less will get done per week, but then I can kind of shove more stuff onto Saturday, Sunday, miscellaneous-wise, and just more diversity in games, honestly, on the channel, which I think the climb to Elden Ring's been a long climb, especially since I started it out with, like, Dragon's Dogma 2, before even getting into Demon's Soul, so I think the flexibility pays off in me. But there'll be probably quite a few Saturday, Sunday videos for Dark Souls 3 to help things progress. Not right away, though, because I'm also keeping an eye on monthly bandwidth uploads, and doing the new video stuff, plus 3-hour videos of Bloodborne, I've probably eaten a bit into my November bandwidth budget here, so... Oh, creepy eepy guys. Oh, messengers. I still don't fully understand.
You found yourself a hunter.
Dahl's place in the greater scheme of things. Like, I know Garnum made her, and he seemed to have been being controlled by the moon presence, or was helping form it, or something. And then we defeated that, and we became seemingly an old god baby, maybe. But then Dahl is still, like, animated and moving? So I don't know if she's also, like, some sort of old god construction thingamajig? Questions regarding that, but... And that is why I do look forward to kind of, like, digging into the extended lore a bit. Alright. Let's get to a lantern. Again, I just want to get back to the dream to see if Dahl has anything to say. Because I was surprised that she remembered our first ending choice. Central Yarnum. Named after the Queen of Yarnum. Who may or may not be the historical queen. I don't know if like she was queen of like Yarnum of today, or just like in the near distant past she was the queen. Yes. Screech, screech, screech. Oh yeah, now think about it though, Dahl won't actually be awake yet. But whatever. I guess we can see real quick is the weapon that Garnum let us be able to buy with that badge. Okay, so nothing seemingly different here. Hello, inanimate doll. Still can't buy the end weapon upgrade material. But alright, let's see. Where is this weapon? There it is, the Burial Blade. Trick weapon wielded by Garnum, the first hunter. A masterpiece that defined the entire array of weapons crafted at the workshop. Its blade is forged with siderite, said to have fallen from the heavens. Garnum surely saw the hunt as a dirge of farewell, wishing only that his prey might rest in peace, never again to awaken to another harrowing nightmare. Now think about it, what are the Okay, we can use it. It's just strength and dex. Let's give it a quick whirl, and that will be what we'll end Bloodborne on. I'm a bit sad I got it at the very, very end, but oh well. And like this. Grimly precise, yeah! Okay, I thought it would be the upwards hit like he was doing on me. Okay, kind of do a combo with the L2 thing here. Okay, so it's only a 3-hit combo. Okay, can't really combo there. Okay, that's basically a curved sword by itself. Okay. Interesting. But here, let's go up next to Doll for our final shot as we fade to black. But yeah, that was Bloodborne, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it like I did. Like I said, next up, Dark Souls 3. I need to look into basically like what DLC, if any, is available for the game, and if my version has it. I don't think it does, because I'm looking at it on my shelf and it just says Dark Souls 3. There's no like weird subtitle, but I don't know if there was any like, you know, Game of the Year version that maybe I'm not seeing like on the cover. Maybe my cover is different, and so therefore it's Game of the Year version. Who knows? But I'll have to look into that on my own time. But alright. Until next time, everybody. Later.